They don't know why we celebrate. Well, perhaps we should share why we celebrate. It's the end of the world, of course. What better time to celebrate when the end is nigh? But there's nothing else to lose. Hello, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Roll the Bones. This is Knights of the Apocalypse, Stranger Times, and I'm joined, as always, by my faithful and morally questionable players, Mike, Matt, and Dom, and I will ask them the immortal question, the question that we always ask, what happened previously on Knights of the Apocalypse, Stranger Times. I forgot how I do the intro to these, clearly. What happened last time?
Are we morally questionable, or are the characters morally questionable?
Both.
No?
Yeah. In my experience.
I did
I think it was revealed by the power of the Echo that that Ansel was somehow summoned to a certain Queen Malvara of Magistel, who then, with Ansel's sort of blessing, brought forth Obsidian and Sylaster also. Put an offer, which was if we were to assist Malvara, she would give us the forces that she has yet to send to either like the Dominion or the Reclamation. And that was to strike down the 7 idolaters.
Was indeed, and the idolaters were basically emissaries of hell.
Each circle.
Various circles, although we were later to learn, or at the same time to learn, that 3 of the circles are being held by the same.
2. It was 2, wasn't it?
3.
I think it was 2, and
the 7th, 8th,
3.
and 9th circle are all controlled by Asmodeus currently.
Because of some stuff that went down
many moons ago.
Yes. Everyone rolls a 1 sometime.
They do. Even
Mephistopheles.
Demon Lords.
We were told that there was an idolater back where we were in Stoneseat, a little bit north of where we had been at Castle Redhaven. And we agreed, we all signed the contract, and we were whisked away, and we found ourselves outside, north of Redhaven, united once more, a trio again.
We tentatively explored, we walked to Stoneseat first of all, but because we did not have the Necrowagon, although Obsidian had blessed himself, although not everyone, with a horse, an undead.
It's okay, Ansel, we can both teleport. Quite consistently.
You could very happily ride the 2 large direwolf skeletons that he's got as well. They're rideable, so you do have mounts if you want.
Yeah, I'm comfortable, but...
Well, I mean, you just got to put a saddle on it. A bit bony, but whatever.
Anyway, eventually
it builds
we
character.
Made it. His character building. Great. And we did eventually make it to Stoneseat.
Ablaze. There was fire everywhere and lava everywhere, and it was just very hot. It was very hot.
And after some exploring of a mostly empty, as much as we could find, city? Is it a city? Town?
Yeah, it's a city.
It was sort of a monument, wasn't it?
Well, it stands as a monument now because it's burned for many, many years, so anything that would have been there has just been burned away or eroded by the terrible heat there. But there is shadows of what used to be a civilization there, yes. You found a small monastery-like building, and you took a look inside. Do you remember what or whom you saw?
A whole bunch of Legion Devils.
Yes, the Maragon.
And
a very cool enemy.
We decided we were going to use the element of surprise. So Ansel and Sylaster were waiting to either break through or teleport through the windows, whilst Obsidian was, with his wolves, scraping at the door.
I'm not going to do it, but you get the yeah. I
We
understand.
all know. We all know. We all know.
We should do it because Dom will love it, but another time.
Scraping at the door. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Low octave version, yeah.
The only downside was that they weren't initially breaking through, which meant they started a ritual which culminated.
It took them a long time to break through.
Yes,
It did, yeah.
culminated in a large devil-like figure that we came to learn was called Gurglegut.
Gurglegut. He
one
was
of
a
the
great big
doctors.
fat demon.
Yes, and then we broke in and then we fought.
Yes, he was alarmed at the presence of someone knocking on his door, and threw his legions at you. But it was on full display how powerful the strangers are, who dealt with them pretty handily, despite it being, a dangerous ability of the Maragon to have a shared hit pool and to share the results of their saving throws. You're able to overcome
I thought
them.
that was a really cool villain to have to face, and having to whittle them all down together was a really fun thing to have to deal with. Like normally you're like, oh, we'll just concentrate on one and we'll take them down one by one, but actually that didn't help us if we had tried that.
It made, because I was going, I'll join in with attacking the Legion Devils as opposed to singling out Gurglegut, because I was like, this will take too long. But it just makes you think what they would have been like in front line, loads of them, just horrid.
Maybe you will learn one day. Who knows? But yes, fortunately, Sylaster got a strike, hurling.
Too rad for them.
Yeah, he hurled Gurglegut into them, and that was the final bit of damage that destroyed them. And then you all set upon him, showing him no mercy despite his pleas and insistence that he could help you. The stranger showed no mercy. A deal's a deal, and the deed was done. What happened then?
I got hit 5 combined attacks opportunities with 2 crits at the same time.
Oh yeah.
All of us attacked at once. Just.
Then we continued to sort of attempt to explore the place a little bit more. Making our way through the incredible heat which was affecting some of us, and went to the main monument part that we could find. That essentially was like a stage almost that had crumpled.
Was it the remnants of a cathedral?
You're both right. So it was the basically the floor of a cathedral, which did look stage-like, and I think I even described it once as that. But yeah, the ruins of the walls surround it, so that's all that's really left of it being a cathedral. That's right. But from the towering flames, infernal voices could be heard, a prayer to something called the pariah. And just to go over this, because I know it was mixed what messages were heard, and probably mixed in what messages were heard by the stranger, as some of it was in a different tongue. But this voice was saying that it served Asmodeus, and that it was attempting to return home to their lord. Insisting that if you were to remain here, you would be consumed by the flames, especially if you tried to interfere. And yet, the strangers did not heed the warning.
No. I mean, that was probably a mistake, but hey-ho.
We're like warnings.
No. We're not bright.
And it is because of that we begin this session by me saying, roll initiative. The strangers stand united against this infernal threat that has risen from a column of flame. As it bears down upon you all, you can each make a knowledge arcana check to see if you know what this creature is.
Okie dokie.
22.
29.
Also 29.
You all know this for what it is. You, though the sight of it is perplexing to you all, you recognise this creature to be a kind of salamander, a deadly foe that originates from the plane of fire, but when interacted and found in this plane in very, very hot conditions, this one seems to be an infernal bastardization of the creature. This great guardian of flame bears down upon you, but as it raises its massive, fiery spear, Sylaster, you act first.
Sylaster is going to just give a under his breath, I'll be right back. Because Sylaster has to do something which will provoke an attack opportunity. So he is going to, as a swift action, teleport to here using his shadow blink. Then as a standard action, as a movement action, he is going to atomize a potion of energy, protection from energy fire. Now, I don't know what level that potion is.
We would have said then and there, so we'll just say that it is standard level is when that spell is first available to you. So whatever level that is, will that be helpful?
So that's 3. So typical time you get a level 3 spell is level 5?
6.
6?
No,
6.
5. You start at level 1.
Okay, let's go with that.
You get 12 points times that level of resistance. So
it's fine.
That is
Yeah.
60 points of fire res.
Great.
Which I've got for more than the fight, and then that just soaks up any fire damage, and also I'm not going to take any heat issues whilst that's in effect. And then that is my movement action, and as a standard action, I will just drop into another stance. I will drop into the Child of Shadow and let some of that smoke just go over Sylaster's body, and that's all he will do.
He basically has vaped over himself.
Cherry mint explosion. Oh yeah.
Cherry mint. That sounds revolting.
I think it is. You can tell I don't vape.
So that's all. That's your turn then, Sylaster.
Yeah, just prepping this turn.
Very good. It is now the Pariah Salamander's turn.
Dear.
And rising on high is going to immediately start attacking the person that's immediately in front of him.
That's very unfortunate.
That is.
No
Cheers, mate.
shit.
Every time, Sylaster.
You're the tank,
Obsidian's like,
Sylaster.
where the fuck?
I forget I'm a tank.
Can I have your flat-footed armor class, please, Obsidian?
Yes, you can if you must. Flat-footed is 15.
First one is a hit. So he just slams down with this massive spear that slams into you, but then a terrible, massive swing of his tail comes sweeping out in front of you as well. As he hasn't moved, he does get his full attacks. And that's also going to hit. So the spear, first of all, does 18 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And I don't know if it matters, but and 6 points of fire damage. Do you resist fire, Obsidian?
I do not resist fire. I do
So
have damage
six
reduction.
6 points of fire damage on top of that. Then, as the strike also burns you.
How ironic, 'cause I've got 6 damage reduction, so I'll just take the 6. And so it's 18.
Okay. I'm now going to have to ask you to give me a grapple roll, please.
Oh, not again. I hate this shit. Well, you know I can't do grapple, so...
Because
Yes, thrown it down over
the
it.
Run.
because the tail, or rather this creature's feature is if it hits you with its tail, he can initiate an automatic grapple. So
Yeah.
please roll.
I'm 99% sure that even if I roll a 20, which I don't, I roll a 1. But again, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter. If I'd rolled a 20, it would not have got away with it. It's gargantuan, boys. There's no way.
So
It's got
as
like
it
plus 16 on size.
it slams you with this spear, and before you can move, Obsidian, this tail swings around, bats you, and grapples hold of you. And the flames around you begin to intensify. However, it is now your turn. What do you do?
Lovely. I touch it. It's already touching me, right? In a grapple.
It is, yeah.
So I will do. I mean, how hard is it to touch something that you're in a grapple with? You're already touching it.
Yeah, you are already touching it. So I will say
So
that
it'll
just.
take
Do you have to
negative
you don't usually have to roll an attack, do you, with that? Or is it a
I have to
touch
roll
attack?
It's a touch. It's just a touch.
So just roll and just make it not be a critical fail, because if you might have grabbed you and shook you about, but otherwise, yeah, you'll get it.
I mean, 2 critical fails.
That's fine.
20.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Yeah,
fine. Yeah. So the touch lands. What happens?
He will take 2 negative levels.
2 negative levels. He gives a hollow, echoing, fiery cry as you
Obsidian will
set
say-
him.
Put me down. There's much more where that came from.
Ow.
And there really is.
Yeah. So with you grappled, we'll say that his tail is penning you to your exact square where you are, so we won't do any movement there. Is there anything else on your turn, Obsidian?
No, I had a spell all lined up, but I can't do it in a grapple, so that's me.
Okay.
You can if it doesn't have any somatic components.
No, mate. Well,
And you pass
I mean, I
concentration.
can't do the touch attack and a spell, so it is what it is. Oh, but I mean, the wolves are there, of course.
Yeah, of
What are we
course.
talking about?
Morning Grief,
My wolves.
jump forward.
Morning Grief. Where are your?
They are by the stairs
There they are,
just
there.
behind you, or they should be anyway, yeah.
I was their character sheets weren't up on my thing, but they are,
Ah.
so they can move 50 feet, which I'm pretty sure means they can. Would you go away? Thank you. Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. They can reach. So we'll have them both 1. 2, since I'm actually not stood there anymore, I'm in a grapple. Shall we? I'll just move myself next to him if I'm in a grapple.
Oh, well, I was going to say leave you in the square and his tail has reached you, but if we want to move you there, that's fine if you prefer.
Oh,
no
well,
problem.
maybe I haven't moved too far. It's just if I'm off to the side slightly, it'll be easier with moving the tokens.
That's fine.
And then they will both go in for standard bite attacks.
Yeah.
So, first one is 23.
23 is a hit. Yes, they land a powerful strike against him with that.
Lovely. And the second one will go for another attack at 16. That's probably a miss.
Bounces off his armor, I'm afraid.
So we do 1d8 plus 10, and then also cold, unless he's immune.
Oh,
So it takes
okay.
17 normal damage, and 2 points of cold damage on top of that.
So that's 4 points of cold damage. You see that this cold is super effective against the creature as the wolf bites into them. But what I will also add is that everything the wolves can do, Matt.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Unfortunately, as the wolves bite into the salamander, they take... so Morn takes 1 point of fire damage. Grief takes
doesn't
3
take anything.
points. 3
They
points
are
of fire
both
damage.
demonic.
That's fine
They
then.
have damage reduction from fire resistance.
Do you mind telling me how much, just so I know to negate it?
They have 5 fire resistance. They have 5 fire resistance, and they're immune to cold.
They have a chance of doing some then, but that's fine. Good to know. But you also see that with this with this effectiveness of the cold damage, you see as well that striking the creature inflicts fire damage if you touch the creature, or strike it at all. So that is another clue for you as well. As Morn and Grief have surged forward in their pack tactics, our vision now moves to Ansel. You see before you this surging creature of fire. What do you do?
Ansel will send in the shade to begin or continue, I guess, the debuffing, as Obsidian's already begun it.
Already on 2 negative levels, which is great for my maths brain.
And now he's at -2 to his saves and -2 to his AC as well. Ansel will take a 5-foot step backwards just in case Obsidian wants to do anything crazy that might affect him. Because he's seen you do those crazy explosion things before. And then he will hurl an Eldritch Blast at the beast, the salamander. If that's okay.
Of course. Let me see. Let me just check something.
Check away.
Oh no, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, so in that case, it's a touch attack against his touch armor class, I believe.
Yeah, I rolled 31.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Yeah, that's an easy hit. Yeah, the blast soars up against him and smashes into its chest.
Fantastic. So it does immediately 26 points of damage. It's obviously magical damage if he's resistant to anything. And he will also require a Fortitude DC 21 save, or he will be sickened if he's able to be sickened.
Oh, that's a great question. He will do the save because he can be sickened, I believe. So, what was the DC? Sorry.
21 Fortitude.
He rolls very well, so passes. So he isn't sickened, but the blast was still effective. Anything else?
Fantastic. That is all for me.
You watch an alarm, Sylaster, as your turn comes to end, and indeed all of you are gifted with this sight for emerging from the pit.
Classic Rob Juice stage battle.
And
here they come.
Vroom. 2 salamander minions rise up from the flames about you, and they are also going to join the combat. That is their movement, and they both have reach with their spears, so are able to strike. One is going to go for the wolf on the far flank, which I don't remember which one is which color, I'm afraid.
Well, I did say.
It's okay. Well, it's so you know which one's taking damage, Matt. That's why. If it hits, that is.
Green Grief. I remember that.
Armor class for Grief, please.
So armor class for Grief is 18.
That's a hit. So the spear slams into Grief for 8 points of piercing damage.
What type of weapon is the spear, please? It's piercing, and is it magic?
It is magic, yes, because it will also take fire damage, which will be not enough to go over the resistance. So it's just the piercing damage.
Even though it's piercing and not bludgeoning, it is magic, which that is their damage reduction, not
I see.
the normal skeleton thing. So
I see.
How much was that? Sorry.
8 points of piercing damage.
It will take all of that.
This one is going to stab at... Actually, it can reach Ansel as well, and as you're in the grip of the creature, I think it would make more sense for it to go to Ansel. So
I'd be lifted up, for sure.
You're grappled, yeah. So it's going to try and stab Ansel as well. Ansel, what is your armor class, please?
My armor class is 19.
That's a hit. It will do 5 points of piercing damage. That was bad. And you are immune to fire?
I'm not immune. I've got energy resistance 5 to fire.
You're immune to
Has one
that
of them
one.
moved?
Oh,
I
I've got
see.
damage
So I
reduction
lost.
2. So I take 3 damage.
Okay, so a glancing strike and your power resistance fends off the strike from that salamander too as it rises up and joins the fray.
And hisses in return.
And it does hiss at you as well. And with that, our vision swipes back to Sylaster, the snow elf. His preparation completed, perhaps. What do you do with this turn?
So, can I just check this bit behind the salamander? Is that wall or is that like land?
Parapet.
Can I go behind him? Or
You can't go behind him. That's wall and ruin,
Yeah.
and like the back of the cathedral that still stands. That bit does stand.
That's fine. I was thinking for a flank, but that's okay. What I will do, so as a move action, Sylaster will use Shadow Stride to teleport to here, which I think is his square.
Yeah.
And then, seeing that Obsidian is being snared, although I can't possibly break the grapple, I can attempt to slow the creature down. So I'm going to attempt a maneuver. So I'm going to go in for a normal attack, and I will explain what happens if it connects. 25?
It's a hit.
Perfect. So I do normal damage. I do just 13 points of damage as he punches, but Sylaster has delivered a Hydra slaying strike. And what Sylaster's done is he's essentially whacked a nerve really hard, just doom, like this, and that ripple moves through the salamander, meaning on the salamander's turn he can't make a full attack action.
Ah, that's rad.
He can only make a standard attack. Hence
Okay.
Hydra slaying.
Can I ask a question? It's because it's been so long without us being the strangers. Do your hands count as magical weapons at this time? They do, right?
He's got.
That's fine.
We had an amulet that he converted into a ring.
That's right. Yes, of course.
A worm fire ring.
Yes, my goodness. So, yes, indeed, your attack sends a shockwave through the salamander. It doesn't get a save or anything, that just happens, right?
It just happens.
It just happens. So, racked by the strike, it gives a fell cry. Anything else on your turn, Sylaster?
No, that's everything there.
So that's him having to choose between constricting Obsidian to death or stabbing you in revenge. He chooses revenge. So Sylaster, he rises up and brings this massive spear down at you instead now. Armor class, please.
25.
That is actually a miss. Miraculously, he has an insane attack boost, but that is actually a miss. You just get out of the way. What is it like?
He's not in a fancy stance for this one. He's in Child of Shadow, which means there's that smoke and mist, which could give a mischance. But he uses that and almost kind of throws that mist past him to almost act like a cloak of deception.
That's so cool.
And then just sort of dodges the other way.
A missed chance, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
It has so many layers. Perfect. Yeah, with that one attack, then that's all he gets. So that means it now moves to Obsidian's turn, who does not get constricted. Oh, you will just automatically take fire damage. Now let's see if it actually affects you. 7 points of fire damage because you're still in his grasp.
That doesn't overcome my damage reduction, but I do still take a point of damage.
It's flickering away on the edges of your power there, that fire.
So I take
The red fire and the green,
Yes.
auras, clashing.
Lovely. Well, do I get the opportunity to try and break? I don't suppose there's any point trying to break the grapple, is there?
Well, on your turn, you can choose to try and break the grapple, or you can choose to try and cast. It's up to you.
I think I'll stick with what I was doing. Really, we'll just do the same again
Yeah,
because
so
I
just
warned him, and he
don't get a
decided not to put me down
critical.
on his turn.
Just don't get a critical fail on the touch attack, then, please.
That's a 20.
No problem at all. Yep, you just grab onto this thing.
2 negative level.
You watch this as this great creature is. I mean, even with 4 negative levels now against him, and with Ansel's withering power of the shade as well, already not the thing it was, but he still has a lot of power to his swings. Anything else on your turn, Obsidian?
He just looks him in the eye and he says, "I warned you, put me down, or I'll do it again."
Grief and Mourn at all?
Oh yeah, shit! I keep forgetting Grief and Mourn. Yeah,
There are new comrades in arms, so we have to get used to them being there.
I'm just not used to it yet. That's all.
That's all right, mate.
Okay, so that's only 14 from
Bounces
Grief.
off the hide.
20 from Mourn.
Bounces off, I'm afraid. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is them.
Okay.
They gave it a good.
And as our vision moves to Ansel, we see that you are set upon by this other salamander with a vicious spear. What do you do?
Well, first, psychically, he'll call to the shade, and in the flickering of the flame and shadow, the shade will move to here. So he's affecting both the giant salamander and the mini salamander.
Okay.
And then Ansel himself, his bones start to crack and creak, and his arms extend and claws come out as he takes a full round attack against the salamander, which is in his threat range, because he's got very long arms. So first up, this is at -2 AC. 31 on his touch.
Slices hard into that salamander. Ouch.
And the second attack, 21, also touch.
Yep, both hits.
72 points of damage as Ansel buries his claws into the snaky creature. And then it must make a will save or be shaken, because I did a full round attack on it.
Sure, it goes to make a save, but it can't because it dies too quickly. How does Ansel disembowel this thing?
Fair enough. So as the shade leaps through the shadows and starts clawing at the shadow of this creature in the rippling flame, Ansel, just like, as I said, his bones start snapping and creaking, and he just strikes once, strikes again, and the thing's slashed in twain.
Incredible.
Twitching on the ground.
Yeah, and it burns away to embers and into ash and then to nothing at all as our vision moves from Ansel to the one remaining salamander of normal size for its ilk. It's just going to attack the wolf again because it's nearest. Armor class of
18.
I keep forgetting if that was Mourn or Grief.
Grief. Grief.
Giving great, perfect. Green for Grief. So Grief, that is going to be another hit against Grief, I think, if that was. Yep, that is. Let's see. So it's going to do 5 points of piercing with a magical weapon. Is that enough?
Magical weapon, yeah, that's 5. Then it will take. And if there's any fire,
8 points of fire.
Ooh, so it takes 3, so it takes 8 points altogether.
So it just stabs into it. I realise I shouldn't have done that. I had the opportunity to do something else. How silly of me! But it's too late now. That was its turn. We are back.
As the wolves take damage, you can see it's going through the bones because it's piercing damage. It barely touches bone, but it overcomes their damage reduction, which it shouldn't. And it's because you can see like a spectral, almost hellhound from within them.
I love that.
It's in pain.
That's so cool.
It's like a shadow.
That's amazing. I love that very much. We're back to the top of the round. Sylaster, you've just thrown up this this shadowy mist to hide from the thing for a second. Now what do you do?
Then, having kind of heard what Obsidian says, I'm just going to sort of shout to the salamander, be like, he said, put him down, and then we'll attempt a greater insightful strike.
Put the lady down.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Down.
He says in his.
21 though.
You hurl yourself at the salamander, and bam! It just blocks your attack with its massive tail with obsidian in it.
Negative level don't affect armor class, do they? No, they don't. Piss. Never mind.
No, hang on.
Oh.
That's a hit. In another life, in another time, that wouldn't have. But because of the shade being there, you find the gap. So actually, the shade does what? What does the shade do to actually enable Sylaster to hit Ansel?
I think because I've always said it interacts with creatures' shadows. It pulls the salamander down, and as the shadow gets pulled down, somehow as the shadow acts, so does the creature, and it gets pulled into Sylaster's
I love
fist.
it. Sylaster was going, because it's like a Tai Chi palm, so he's going in, that it was wreathing its tail up, and then it's almost like the tail's pulled back down into its shadow, and then it connects. Nice.
So it is a hit, yes.
Perfect. For 74 points of damage.
Righty!
Ah,
As
bam!
he makes a Tai Chi slam. And
That's a nat 20 there, man.
yeah, there's a moment where you just see like a sort of purplish hue appear, like a seed. And then if you're looking carefully, it's almost like it explodes within him as you see this purple energy course through his body. Pressure points like ripped as he's just insightfully smashed.
Yeah, it wreathes as you do that. Anything else on your turn?
Yes, I'm going to fall back 10 feet to there, but I don't need to roll for that because my tumble is high enough. My tumble is 26 and the DC is 25.
You also don't leave his threat range. So.
Oh, okay. Fair. So I moved 10 feet.
He does a cool roll for no reason.
Then I did a flip.
Then I did a flip.
Yes, Sylaster moves to keep his cloak and his shadowy child of shadow stance.
Do a barrel roll, they're cool.
Very good indeed. So yeah, you are able to strike and then evade as it is now the pariah salamander's turn, and he's gonna do what you say, Sylaster. He's gonna drop obsidian in the fire.
In the fire. You knew it was coming. I do, yeah.
He is just going to just launch you. Can you please make a reflex saving throw, please, Obsidian?
I'll give it a go. Hey,
So
you know what?
Sylaster has like a sweat bead, you know, that kind of cartoon slap.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
29.
Oh
Natural
my
20.
god!
Reflex isn't as bad as I thought it was
Wow.
So the pariah gets like an evil grin on his terrifying face, and he hurls you. But Obsidian, you somehow, with a natural 20 on your save yourself and land without even being prone. What is it like, and how do you manage it?
Oh my god. So he looks, at the moment, he looks particularly skinny, sickly. He doesn't move very quickly normally, but when he's in a combat like this and he's quite intense, it's just the necromantic power around him that just strengthens him. So it's not him doing it, it's like there's a spirit around him doing everything for him. So he kind of almost on all fours with one hand on the floor, claws backwards and stops, and then just stands back up again before he falls.
I love that. That's so cool. He does have another attack, but this one is directed at the snow elf. A massive fiery spear comes raining down at you, armor class.
25.
Possibly a critical. That is a normal hit. That was a terrible roll on the confirm. No.
I have a mischance.
Oh, okay.
So I've got 20% mischance.
Oh, yeah. So anything above a 20 will just be normal. Anything below a 20 and below, you'll be fine. On a D100. Oh, so close. So it is just a normal hit, thankfully. But still, it's a very, very big, hot spear. So let's do that.
Attempted to do the same thing before and realised, I can't use the same trick twice.
That's 24 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
And 6 points of fire damage, which you immediately negate with your resistance.
Yeah, that takes it down to 54 points left.
It eats away at that fire, yes, that fire protection, but you have a lot of it left, it seems. Very good. That was his 2 attacks. That is the pariah's turn. Obsidian, you have now landed on the ground. It is now your turn.
Okay. He's going to... he just stands and he crosses his arms and his eyes intensify. And he's going to go for a touch attack with his spectral hand, which is still around because we weren't out of combat long enough.
That's right,
time.
yeah.
But nobody's seen it because it's just disappeared in the sort of ether because it's spectral. But it just appears behind him and goes in for a touch attack. It is on his touch armor class.
Oh boy, go for it.
Check that is right. Touch armor class 32 on his touch armor class.
That is a immediate hit on his touch armor class.
And now, can he please make a will save? What? He's minus a bunch. I know he's -4 from mine. Is he minus something from yours as
He's
well?
also -2 on saves from Ansel's Shade so far, so it's currently -6 on his saves at the moment.
So will save DC 23.
Okay. Let's give it a go.
It's the highest that he can deliver with the spectral hand. He can't do much in the higher level spells.
That is a fail on his part, and only just because he has a really good will save. But you succeed. The spectral hand delivers. What happens?
So the hand touches him, and as it touches him, Obsidian speaks the word "weaker," and it sort of echoes in a spectral voice around him, and he is -6 to his strength as I bestow curse upon him.
We love bestow curse. Amazing. -6. So much.
It's kind of bonkers that you can deliver that through the spectral hand, though.
It's a touch, I guess. Yeah. Well, it's always been surprising the level of that spell. Yeah.
Up to level 4, you can't go above level 4, but that is a level 4. It's crazy.
That's right.
There it is.
There it is. So the spectral hand delivers. Anything else from Obsidian?
So he hasn't done anything apart from that. So he will now move back to here, in between, and the 2 dire walls will have a crack.
Hang on, 5, 10, 15. You have, I believe, moved out of threat. I believe.
Oh, have I?
That square, you move out of threat.
That's fine. He can have an attack opportunity.
He will go for it. Yeah.
I grab him again.
He is significantly.
He is. Armor class?
I'll take my chances. My armor class is 19.
That is still a hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's fine.
He has he's a big boy, but he is withered from the strike. You can see the necromantic power drawing him down, his own shadow being torn away by the shade, Sylaster's energies working against him. That deals 27 points of piercing damage to you.
Holy. Even with the minuses to strength and stuff, he's still dealing that.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
It'd just be -3 off the strength, wouldn't it? If he's -6.
yeah, so that'll be
24.
24. So 24 points of piercing damage. And I didn't do the fire damage, did I? 3 points of fire damage if that affects you.
21. So I take 21 then. Points of damage.
And 3 points of fire damage. But that's you now moved out of the way.
Down by 40, but the wolves will still attack. I am okay.
Will still go, yes.
So, grief goes in.
Woof, woof.
Oh.
19.
Meats doesn't exceed with the Shay's new resist. Yeah.
Morn goes for 25. Nice.
A hit.
So he does 11 points of damage. That's a shame with the 1, but he does do 2 points of cold damage.
Which is 4 points of cold damage.
It's a tiny bat. It's every little helps.
Excellent, really good. I'm afraid that successful attack also nets 8 points of fire damage back upon the wolf.
That's on Morn. He hasn't taken anything so far, so he's okay.
Yeah, that was a bad
Takes
one.
3.
That, I believe, then is your turn, Obsidian, as your necromantic beasts get their work in. Ansel, it is now your turn.
Ansel will just launch a sickening blast.
Very good.
Yeah, great.
I realise I didn't dead this one.
21 on its touch.
Is a hit on his touch, of course.
31 points of damage. And then a fortitude DC of 21.
Wait, this is the big boy, sorry, or was this the normal one?
The big boy.
The big boy.
The big boy.
Okay, so 31 points of damage. And then a save, yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of save? Sorry, was it fortitude?
Fortitude, yeah.
So, okay.
21.
Okay, so he's currently on -6 for this.
Oof.
21, did you say, to beat?
21 to beat, yeah.
Okay, he has a chance.
It's possible.
Just shy of that with those negatives. He just doesn't quite make it, so he fails that save. What happens?
The negging continues as he's caught in the chest with the moonlight blast, and the bile rises in his throat as he starts to feel very sick.
Second, yes.
And then I'll throw a little hexblade curse in there as well. We'll save.
Dunno, mate. It's only
somewhere, is it?
one of your primary abilities.
Oh, there it is. Will save of. It was too obvious. It was right in the middle of my page. Will save of DC 21.
With -6. Wait, second does second also?
-8 now. I think.
-8 then, yeah. So -8. Oh, savage. No, fail.
Great.
So
It's cursed
minus.
as well. -4 to attacks, -6 to saves, -4 to checks, -4 to weapon damage, -2 to AC, plus Obsidian's negging as well.
So
So he was on 8, -8. Now he's got an extra -6 to his saves.
that's.
So it's a minus.
No. That's all of my things together. So he's.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were saying the Hexblade Curse did -6. I was like, that's.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
So he's still -10 on that, though, if my calculations are correct. With all of that thrown in there, my God, the assault is immense. As we see Ansel's Hexblade's curse for the first time in a long time. Do we see it, or is it just invisible? What's it like?
I don't think we see it, but I think I sort of visualize it as something from his perspective. It becomes a terrifying focus on Ansel as Ansel feels more monstrous to him, and the shadows grow darker, and the basically it's like being chased by a horror character as you're more and more likely to trip over things and more likely for bad things to happen to you as you're being run down by
I
a
love that so much.
psychopathic killer.
I love that. Amazing. Yeah, the party are sort of swarming forward at him, and he tries to bat you guys away. This salamander is just going to keep whittling away at that wolf.
It's gonna take something down.
He's got it right. Armor class of grief.
18.
Yeah, that's a hit. So that is 7 points of piercing. Only 1 point of fire damage, however.
No fire, but he will take the full 7 from grief.
Okay. We are back to the top of the round then in that case. Sylaster, you see this wilting, writhing pariah salamander. What do you do?
Sylaster will move in. As he does, he's going to do another different strike. So he kind of brings the shadowy energy from his hand, almost like a punching dagger. And he goes in with that for an attack on his armor class.
Okay, yep, his
29.
Yep, that would have hit his normal armor class anyway. So yeah, you just smash into him. Great work.
So with this punching dagger, he punches through, and this is a bloodletting strike. So it almost like the shadow repeatedly cuts through him as he goes through his body, ripping as much of his innards as he can, pulling that out. He needs to make a fortitude save, DC 22.
He will attempt that with his -10 to saves. So 22 is what he's got to beat.
Yep.
Yeah, he does not meet that whatsoever, so he fails that. What's the effect?
He firstly takes 18 points of damage, and then he also takes 4 con damage.
Oh!
Lowering his fortitude even more.
Mm-hmm.
Have you missed us, Rob?
My brain.
Rob, who is
My brain
severely struggles with numbers.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
just a minor dyscalculia.
Thankfully,
I get it because I'm the same. I'm so glad I'm not running this game. No,
I thankfully learned that when I have my enemy's initiative run, I just have a separate space next to it for basically what was originally all of Ansel's negatives. Now that's just an extension of that, so it's okay. I'm keeping up, but my God, the stranger's back in action. So that's 18 points, and then that -4 Constitution. Anything else on your turn? Do I ask?
No, I've moved. I've attacked.
You just smash him, and you just see these fiery scales just taken off like one half of him. The spear is flung to the side for a second as he reels from this. He is still alive, and I'm gonna have to ask every single one of you, apart from Sylaster, to make a reflex saving throw, please. So that is the wolves, Obsidian, and Ansel.
Is this a spell or a spell-like ability?
It is a spell-like ability.
Fantastic.
Is it sleep, stun, paralysis, poison, or disease?
No, it isn't.
No, in which case then it's still just 22.
25 for Ansel.
And the wolves have... not bad. 13 for grief. 13 for mourn. That makes life easy.
Ansel, you are successful, so you will take half. And then, of course, apply your negatives to everyone else. I'm afraid you fail. Because no, it isn't poison or sleep or whatever it is. It is actually just a tidal wave of fire. that he sends out in a cone in front of him. And just a full blast of fire just erupts towards all of you, dealing 32 points of fire damage.
So I take 16 minus 5 from energy resistance, so 11.
Oh, grief. He
Grief in
lives.
a bad way.
He lives. He lives. Takes. So Morn is also. I mean, that's a fair amount for both of them, but with the damage reduction from fire, their fire resist, they're okay. Now Obsidian. I didn't really want to do his. How much was it? 32?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Okay, he's fine. I mean, he's not fine. That hurt a lot. He is severely burned.
I was going to say, I was like, oh god.
He's still alive.
There's
But he's very badly
more
burned.
little burn holes in his leather, and takes his hat off and just whacks it on his chest for a second to get the ashes off it and the embers.
With that, Obsidian, you still stand as the fire rains down around you. You are still standing. What do you do?
So it's exactly that. He takes his hat off because it's burning a little bit, and he beats it on his chest to put the fire out, and then he just puts a hand up like this. And he says, "Enough. Can it please make a fortitude saving throw DC 26?
So
Let's go for my best possible. One of my brand new ones.
okay, he has the critical. Okay. In fact, let's do it publicly.
Go ahead.
Roll the bones. Every now and then, the public
Hey.
rolls come out.
It's acceptable if he criticals. He criticals. Just prolong the combat.
Nope. So with an 18 on the save, it is nowhere near what he needs. What happens?
So essentially, anything that he is holding stays exactly where it was, but the rest of him, anything that is just his personal biological form, just turns to dust and falls to the floor. As I cast destruction upon him, and he is slain, because I and my wolves cannot take another hit like that.
Yeah, like there's like a sudden like eruption from the fire beneath as this ashen almost fuel falls into the blaze, and then in a massive plume of flame, the salamander is no more. I realise I've just stopped the combat music, but we still have one salamander still present.
Tiny one there.
But that it's still yes. That was Obsidian's turn. Anything else on your turn, Obsidian? I should say we're not done.
No.
The dogs?
The dogs will move to this guy because this one has been. Oh, hang on a minute! I've got both of them. I was trying to move them both, and he's facing the wrong way. So this one doesn't need to move, and they'll both just go for that salamander. Why not?
Very good.
So grief 29.
Yep, that's a hit.
The annoyed grief. He keeps stabbing grief in the bum, and he doesn't like it. Actually, I was wrong. That's
My bum!
30. And 18.
I threw my bum.
Oh, 18's a miss, so only one hits.
Okay, that's fine. So he takes 14 points of damage and 4 points of cold damage.
So 8 points of cold damage. Okay. Yeah, this is super effective against the far smaller salamander, who writhes from the attack, but it's still alive. that was Obsidian's turn. Ansel, you see that there's only one enemy left on the board. What do you do?
There's one enemy left, so I will sticking blast. But first, the shade will move in. Let's not forget that. So yeah, just a standard sickening blast. 25 on its touch.
Yeah, easily slams into its touch armor class.
Then we've got 33 points of damage.
Oh, bam, bam.
And then a fortitude save. If it's alive.
It isn't. How do you destroy the salamander?
I think the wolves are attacking it, and Ansel just sees like an opening and just hurls one of the moonlight blasts over the between the two, and as he does so, they both start howling as it hits the salamander. As they see the moon, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, any sound they make is weirdly ethereal because skeletons can't make noise, so all the noise comes from
the ghost of a
spirits
sound
within them. So it's all sort of like an echo of a sound.
Even better.
And with that salamander's remains topple into the infernal depths of Stoneseat. Congratulations, you have defeated the pariah salamander.
Nice.
I would say a quiet falls, but that's not strictly true because you're still surrounded by the billowing, roaring flames all about you. As I ask you all to make a further fortitude saving throw if you are going to be affected by the elements. I don't believe Ansel is, but
I'm okay for about 10 minutes.
You're fine.
Obsidian. I will.
Yeah, so if you just want to give me a fortitude saving throw, please.
Not a problem.
Pathetic.
22.
You're fine. You resist, but once again, you feel like that's going to get harder the longer you're in here. But yeah, for the time being, you are sort of the adrenaline of combat is keeping you sort of going in this place. For transparency, if you do fail that, you'll get a level of exhaustion and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Because it's just too hot.
So it's just too hot, and then that gets worse and worse and worse until you then just fall away because of the elements. That is them defeated.
Is there an easy route out of here so that we can... Obviously, we still want to explore a little bit of this area over here and whatever, but I need to take a bit of time to heal. I am more than capable of doing it completely free. It just takes time. I need to heal myself and my dogs.
Why don't you go and heal, and Sylaster can explore, and Ansel can watch him.
I'm by a chest, so
For further,
I will split the party a little bit, which is a pain, but I'm just going to go back to where my horse is.
That's absolutely fine. You can go back there. Yeah, you're confident that everything else is pretty much just like a flaming wreck. But here at least you see that there are two large stone chests that stand in the ruins of this place. But other than that, it seems like area cleared.
Nice. I suppose I'm going to look at that chest in front of me, but also I can see there's the two chests, and I know most of that salamander turned to dust. But did it just look like he only had its spear on him, or can we see anything else?
All of his stuff remains. Just he turned to
It doesn't look like he had anything, unfortunately, other than the big spear. The big spear is a huge spear. A huge fire spear that does 2d8 points of fire damage upon striking.
Like Mary Poppins,
if you can hold it.
Put it into the bag of holding.
Yeah. You could use it to cross moderately sized streams as sort of like a vaulting pole. Maybe that'll be some use for it. The arms and equipment guide is what I look to, as I won't ask for a check because there's no trap on them. And inside, we're going to enjoy our first random loot session.
Hold on, Rob. Do we not have to explicitly say how we open it in the correct way? Otherwise, it won't open.
Well, you'll notice, Dom, for expediency, I just negated that explanation altogether, explaining how that they were not trapped and fully available to you. But now that we've discussed it, it's taken about the same amount of time. So anyway, we have an early break now. So for those of you watching, thank you very much for joining us once again for Stranger Times. If you like this video, give it a like. If you'd like to see more like it, give us a subscribe. And we'll be back after these short messages. We have returned, and the strangers are going to roll the first random loot of the session. For those new joining us, we like, on occasion, to have assigned loot to award players certain boosts for their characters that they might want, but we also love the joy of the millions of magical items at our disposal in the 3.5 materials. So we'll begin, as he is closest. Mike, would you like to roll the first D100 to determine what you find in the first chest?
Let's hope it's good.
Fingers
31.
crossed.
It better be good.
31. Let's see. Braces of armor, +2.
Exactly the same as what I have, I think.
That is a shame. Okay, that was yours then. So braces of armor +2. Please, someone write these down, by the way, because I'm not. I'm busy looking at these.
Fun things to do.
I'm busy.
Husband.
Dom, please give me a
Me?
D100. Yes, please.
43.
A crystal of security, lesser. Let's find out what crystal of security. Okay. Oh, okay, this is cool. Completely useless for the strangers because a crystal of security makes a weapon cling tightly to your hand during normal use. You get a +5 bonus on any check made to draw the weapon. Make to draw the weapon such as grappling, or keep the weapon in your hand if someone is trying to disarm you. It's worth 500 gold pieces for the inevitable selling. Obsidian, a D100, please.
Certainly shall. I'll take a 29. We're all sort of in the same little area.
Yeah, broadly the same.
A wand of scorching ray, 10 charges.
It's not on my spell list, but I am arcane and divine. Can I?
I think with this, well, from our most recent encounters, I believe it is just a check to see if you can activate a spell. But as you're a magic user, can't you just do it? We'll look into it.
No, I thought if it was on your spell list, you could, but then that could be scrolls. I'll have a look. Have you written that down?
I have, yeah. I think because it's not on your spell list, you may need to use magic device. But
And can I have a D100 roll from you, please, Michael?
Michael.
2 fat ladies.
A little higher.
88.
Lifting me higher and higher.
Okay, you find a Githborn talisman.
Githborn talisman.
A Githborn. Oh, here it is. It's not coming up in any of my searches, and I don't want to search away from the table in the the book.
I'll find it in the magic item compendium. You carry on.
Yep. So that's a Githborn talisman for your viewing pleasure. For your consideration. Dom, another D100, please.
75.
75. You find a scroll of harm.
Ooh.
Oh. Is that one you can use, Chew?
I can, yes, I have harm. I can use that.
Okay, well, we need one last...
Hang on, I have it. Githborn Talisman. Both Githyanki knights who captain astral longships and blah-de-blah-de-blah. When you activate the Githborn Talisman, you gain a +2 insight bonus on attack rolls and weapon damage rolls against aberrations, as well as a +2 insight bonus on will saves made against the extraordinary, supernatural, and spell-like abilities of aberrations.
Intriguing.
If you are a Githyanki or Githzerai, these bonuses improve to +4. We know one of those. It might be something he's interested in.
You do know a
Hello.
Githyanki, yes. You evoke the name Kidos to your mind as you remember your ally
Yeah.
from the other world
And
of
he
the
was quite
GIF.
grumpy, so a gift might be
He
a
was
gift,
very
you might say.
grumpy. Yes, you recall that he sought to find salvation for his people in wake of the hunger.
Aye.
Yeah. Wait, whose roll was
95.
that? It was Matt's roll now. Okay. Um,
95.
you get an oil of magic vestment +3.
Oh, that's really handy.
So we oil ourselves up.
And you get +3 to your armor class. Yes.
Rub it on your armor.
And finally, one more roll each. So one last roll from Sylaster, please.
74.
So this is a
Is
wand of dispel magic, 10 charges.
Oh, that's handy. I think I can do that as well.
So a wand of dispel magic, 10 charges. Roll from Dom, please.
from me again.
Yep.
89.
A scroll of spell turning.
Okay.
So very dispelly in this section of the chest.
Yeah.
And finally,
Gotta be careful.
one last one from Obsidian, please.
49.
Oh, what is this? I'm gonna have to look this up. This sounds cool. Oh, amazing. Well, you may never use it, but it is very cool. Obsidian, the last thing that your eyes fall on in this chest, this offering to some forgotten religion, you see a seamless blade of black shining metal, a dagger. A dagger that functions as a +1 dagger, but in addition, the meteoric knife has 3 charges which are renewed each day at dawn. 1 charge gives the dagger the returning property. 2 charges, the dagger gains the flaming and returning properties, and 3 charges, the dagger gains the flaming returning properties, and in addition, if it hits a creature, it deals normal damage and creates an explosion of fire that deals an extra 3d6 points of fire damage to the target and all creatures adjacent to it. So if you just Google meteoric knife 3.5, that will come up for you. It's worth
Yes,
2,802 gold pieces, but quite cool. And it's a swift activation as well, so that's pretty cool. I guess swift because it acts when you attack with it, I suppose, is why it's that. But
I mean, I have a couple of throwing knives, so maybe having a returning knife might be a good thing.
the meteoric
Yeah.
knife then, Sylaster, yeah, 3.5, it comes up quite easily, that one. So there we
That's
are.
really
In addition, there are 3 cure moderate wounds potions inside.
keep them away from me.
Let's see, before I put these in a bag of holding. Scroll of spell turning, anyone?
What
Does.
spell turning is? I don't really understand.
I recall it's because I looked into this when I was playing the Wizard to Bracken. I believe it is a spell that you prepare on your turn, so that when something is cast at you, you get some way of turning it back on the caster. But we will look into that. For now,
Bag of holding.
I'll write it on my list just in case.
please do. Please make a note of your loots. Yep.
Crossing out.
There's 4 effects that it can have, and they're all not bad actually.
Yeah.
If you pull it off, it's pretty good.
Are you both
I'll
wearing
take a
armor?
look at something. I have got Shadow Chainmail on.
Then the braces of armor are for the bag of holding. Same with the Giftborn talisman. Same with the crystal. Anybody want a wand of scorching ray? Pew pew.
My use magic device is terrible, and I can't.
And Ansel has his sickening blasts.
Not on my spell list, so.
Okay, into the bag. Lastly, oil of magic vestment. Who wants to grease themselves up?
Well,
for an extra +3.
I feel like one of you should take that. I've taken a couple of things already.
It's yours, Ansel.
Okay. I
You can be nice
never
and
use
shiny.
things like that. Whale of...
Well, now's the time to start.
I forgot what it's called.
Make a promise.
Magic
to yourself.
vestment +3.
With the loot dealt with, I ask, what do you do?
Sylaster is going to kind of adjust his belt and channel some healing charges from his belt of healing.
Oh, yes.
So he'll use all of them for 14 points. It's not enough.
Oh, dear. That wasn't very good.
I'm only 10 away, which I can get from a good night's rest. So, cool.
Is there anything that gives any indication as to why the city is on fire? Is there any way of investigating
The
what's...
pariah salamander gave some indication that they were burrowing here, that they were excavating in an attempt to use Stoneseat as a way to reach the Nine Hells. But the story of Stoneseat and its taking to sudden flame is, yeah, it's a legend, and it has been a mystery for a very long time. Looking around, it is very evident that the place is ablaze, but it became it's set on fire thousands of years ago.
It's definitely on fire.
It's definitely on fire. I say thousands is probably exaggeration, but like close to 1,000 years it has blazed. Yes, so it is a standing mystery, but this could be a place that you could return to.
It's a bit uncomfortably hot for me. Before we head off, I know we have our tasks further south, but are you sure you don't want to see your family, Bokram? There is the well.
We can make a quick detour.
I believe that it doesn't really come down to what I want, but what is for the best. And I don't think it's for the best for them to see me at the moment. And as he says that, can I roll? But do I only have a rough idea of... I'm just going to try and do it, actually. I cast Animate Dead on this salamander.
Oh, okay.
He gets out a black gem and he places it onto the salamander's body, and it sort of turns to liquid and soaks into it. And he uses one cast of Animate Dead. Now, that's going to take a little bit of maths on my part. If you tell me what it is and where I can find it, is it just a standard fire salamander, and then I can turn it into a skeleton?
Yeah, it's just a standard salamander.
Not a problem. So he will now be my undead skeleton salamander.
Okay, I've made him green. So he's a green salamander.
I think. What should we name this one, boys? I feel that my names
Sally?
are getting perhaps a little bit...
Sally or Mandy or
they follow a
Derry.
theme. I would like you guys to come up with something so that my theme is broken for a change. Something different. Sally, we just...
What about
Sally is
going
fine.
against its innate nature and calling it something like Snowdrop?
Snowdrop. Let's call it Legs. Come on, Legs. Snowdrop's good. Yeah, cool. Snowdrop.
Leg.
It's called Snowdrop. Love it.
Snowdrop the salamander. Very good. So yeah, this gaunt-looking salamander, but now with green flames wreathing around its body, just serpentines its way up to you, Obsidian, and stands on guard, its spear held vigilantly.
Lovely. Is it a noble salamander?
No, it's just a normal salamander, I'm afraid.
Oh, just because it's large.
Oh yeah, well I made them large.
It was
three
bolstered
of them.
by all the fire around it.
Ignoble.
3 types, and the noble is the one that's closest. I mean, it would be appropriate for us.
Okay, it's become a noble salamander. There you go. It has been raised in rank in death, and now it has a bolder look to it.
I'm not sure there's a lot more for us here. How do we discover the next?
We head
Called?
we head to Agistar. I have a contact there that can help us. But I don't know if any of you managed this. It'd be prudent to pop into the snare woods on our way back. Drop off that seed. You know, the
I'm
Crocus
assuming
gave
it's not
us.
too big of a detour.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
Perhaps, like, for fuck's sake.
Do the fucking... You okay? So you were asked to do this and then go to Arland. Can you just do that? That'd be great.
Oh look, I don't know where I placed this then.
So let's go to Valdenor. Let's go to the middle of Arenthale. Yeah, great. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think we should get on a boat.
Shall we?
There's
To
no time
Arland.
to delay. We've agreed to enact a contract. And contracts
Indeed.
must be enacted, as you know, Sylaster.
Yes. Once we make, if we stop off at anywhere with a rook, I can reach out to my contact and see if we can make a start.
Very well. No time to delay.
So,
That's Obsidian.
98 watts obsidian.
That's hit points.
Oh, okay.
Undead drop all their normal hit dice, remove any con, and then re-roll their number of hit dice by d12s.
so you make your way to the Waywell.
I didn't think we... Colour me ignorant. I thought we had a means to get to Valdenor only with the key. I didn't think we had a means.
The Waywells travel
Waywells.
wherever there is a
Depends
Waywell,
which-
do they not?
Okay.
Yeah. Depends which ones are open, though. We don't really know. Can we... Is it like we scroll through them? Like,
So, upon approaching the Waywell, as suggested before, it looks like the others. It looked like it has some form of decorative great fountain built in the center of it, but it is being evaporated dry by the constant heat here. But there was an innate magical power that still lies within it. To learn more, you can do some checks on it if you wish, but it looks like it needs activation of some kind.
I'd love to do some checks, whether that be use magic device or spellcraft or knowledge arcana. Happy to do
You can give me a knowledge arcana check, please.
certainly give that a go.
I'd love to. 21 from Ansel. Expect obsidians might be slightly higher as a base.
29.
Yeah, you mull it over for a moment, and like many things magical in this world, components are often required to complete the circuit to complete the circle. You recall that Arcane Zarya had given you the key to this. There is a coin that you have in your possession that you think has the magical potential to activate a Waywell.
Do we know if it's one use, or is it a magic penny that the more you spend, the more you get? Or is it a multiple use penny?
You are certain that the magic in this this small coin isn't going to be expended in any way, so potentially it can work for other Waywells as well. Well.
Well.
Yes.
Very well, the well seems like the fastest route to our desired location.
Okay.
Do we just toss the coin in and wish?
As I recall, it was on a it was on a thing, so we could retrieve it afterwards.
That's right. Yep, you put a little
So
band
throw
on
it
it.
in.
That's right. Yes.
Pull it back out again.
Yeah.
So I guess we throw it in and then say the name of the place we want to go. Perhaps that's usually the way spells work.
Let's try.
Yeah. Who did she give the coin to, by the way?
Specifically, I don't recall.
No.
I think it
thought
was
Ansel.
you that brought it up, but it could be Ansel. Who knows?
I'll be the. I mean, I'll do it in most magic-y, I suppose. I'll do that. Yeah. So I throw the coin in and I say Arland.
And like that, the coin tings into the fountain, and it's almost like that from it there spreads a glistening, cooling water that seems to steam immediately upon arriving in Stoneseat. But this water suddenly begins to shift and spin around the fountain head in the center of this this pool, and before you, suddenly, there is an archway that glimmers with beckoning, magical transportation power.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
Very good.
And in
I
you
guess we
go.
retrieve the coin and then off we go.
Yep. On its leash, it swings back into your palm, Obsidian, and along with your coterie of undead creatures, you all file in inside the shade. Cry, the weasel, everyone goes in one by one into the Waywell.
Silas just had a thought as he's going through, going, I hope we don't emerge in a city with all these skeletons in tow.
Oh my god.
So, our vision moves from the western land of Orenthale to the land of Arland. And true to its word, you are delivered to the land of Arland. There is a sweeping surge of magical power as the strangers arrive in a town I'm quite sure none of them will have ever been to before. Despite your many travels in the world, despite Sylaster and Ansel's travels in the world, I do not believe that they came here. You are greeted to the sound of crashing waves as you step out of this magical portal that seems to echo closed behind you.
Oh dear.
The smell of sea breeze reaches your nostrils. You take in the sights around you. This is a sizable settlement that you find yourselves placed in. There is a very large sea anchor that rests on a ruined wall. You're all standing upon a mound of earth and grass that has buried much of the way well that you have transported yourselves through. You are confident that you have been taken somewhere, but where, you're not quite sure. I also will copy over your collection of entities, Obsidian, because they're coming with you.
Oh yeah.
Obsidian, there are people.
Anyone?
Oh, does anybody know where we are?
I believe we are in Arland. Yeah, I've already been banished from my home. Anybody here that takes issue with my new family will be welcome to question me as they will.
Okay.
And Obsidian will activate his fear aura.
Okay. So at the moment, it is quite dark in the settlement, I should say. There are lights that shine in the distance, and this seems to be quite a busy, populated port town. Before you, you see that there is a sign that swings on an establishment ahead of you, which looks like a tavern, and not a particularly inviting looking one either. Unfortunately, it is pretty ghastly looking. And yeah, around you there's all sorts of sights to take in. You see that there are market stands that are packed down for the evening, and there is a general bustle of a port town at night. But there is sort of like a kind of an oppressive air to it. The chatter isn't loud; it is hurried and muted, and a mist you can see rolls in from the sea. What do you do?
Sylaster's going to just give an answer. I don't particularly want us to bring all the authorities on us this quickly, so I'm going to go into this tavern, see where we're at. So Sylaster's going into the pub.
Okay, you go into the tavern. You can make your way inside. There won't be any barriers to prevent your tokens from going through. And inside, yep, there is a low built ceiling, and from the beams above, there hang fishing nets and fishing rods and oars of old rowing boats. A very nautically themed tavern, to say the least. As you step in, Sylaster, there is a sudden muted quiet that falls upon the place as a stranger walks into a local tavern. They are all looking at you, every single patron in this place. You estimate that this is probably the 10th hour of the evening. So at the height of the orders that are being placed in the bar. And on cue, the barkeep at the bar says, "All right, stranger, how's it going? What can I get you?"
Sylaster, hoping maybe they may have heard an old adage about snow elves, will lower his hood to show his white hair and his pointed ears. Maybe a few might think better. But
Yes.
straight to the point, he's going to go. 3 drinks, and where are we?
I mean, I will command my undead horde, horse and wolves and all of that, to just linger by the fountain. And to, act menacingly to anyone who approaches. And also head in and stand next to you at the bar.
3 drinks. Are there any particular drinks that you'd like, Master Elf, first of all?
Obsidian, I've forgotten what you drink.
Can the barkeep please do a DC 24, Wilson?
Oh.
Yeah, so
no, he
essentially,
cannot.
Mechanically, he's shaken, but as you wish from an aura in roleplay wise, he's just everyone near Obsidian is frightened of him. No, he's not deactivating it. He's just frightening to look at.
Yeah, they are. Everyone inside the tavern is unnerved. There is almost like a black hue that falls over the light that shines in the corners from from the blazing torches. The shadows grow long, and everyone looks in dread as a dread necromancer arrives in the tavern. The barkeep drops the glass that he was preparing to put whatever drink in Sylaster is ordering, the tankard rather, and it rolls to the ground. And he goes, "What in the blazes? Who are you?"
Necessary, Fulgrim.
Just stay silent.
Okay. What do you drink, Obsidian?
Whatever their strongest spirit is. Oh. Sorry. And he will go and sit at this table opposite whoever this person is.
I guess 3 brandies.
3 brandies? Yes, of course. Of course, 3 brandies. I'll be glad to pour that for you. And his hands are shaking as he reaches for a fire brandy, pouring it, slopping into these tankards. You can see that. You can see that the patrons in this tavern are slowly trying to wilt away to the sides of the establishment as you arrive in as well, Ansel. And the barkeep says, "There, all for you on the house. Just don't cause any trouble." And you ask where you are. I think that's a very strange question, but I'll be glad to answer it, of course. Allow me to welcome you to the fair old town of Wist. So if we were to look on the map, you will see Wist if you were to consult it. So Wist is on the very west coast of Arland.
So it is.
And as you consult your map, you see that you are, well, very much in Arland, but quite far from Adistel.
Was I supposed to say Agistel?
Not necessarily. You have been tasked.
That was a me mistake. Obsidian would have known. I cocked it up, so we'll just that absolutely heave on.
Not necessarily a mistake. Your task, I know it was last session that you're actually giving it, so I'll reiterate it. Your task is to bring about the destruction of the idolaters, not to go to Agistel. Agistel is just where Malvara is based.
Crossing, right? We were told to go to Devil's Crossings.
Well, you discovered from Gurglegut's missives and journals that yes, there is going to be a meeting of the idolaters at Devil's Crossing. That's right.
Lovely.
So, that is where you are tasked to go. But that is, of course, up to you how you go about that.
Like, so Obsidian sat down. Sylaster, in his awkward way, is just going to kind of take out some coins and just say, just here's 50 gold for the bar. Just for your silence. We're not here.
Oh,
Just look, drinks for everyone. There you go. Yeah, just that's for everyone.
do you hear that, everyone? The barkeep says that's drinks for everyone now. Dead silence.
Oh, I fucked up because I thought we were in the city and we're not in the city, and this was a mistake. It's just scaring villagers for no reason.
Before he joins, the other two will just lean over the bar and say, "Courage, friend. No harm will come to you." And then join the others.
Well, that's very reassuring. If there's anything else I can do for you, of course, avail yourself to me immediately, and please don't hurt me.
Sylaster's gonna just go past the sorry, excuse me, I'm really sorry, I'm just
You walk past someone and they're just racked with fear, staring up at this dread figure in this plague doctor mask. As you walk by Obsidian, Ansel, your long arms. Yeah, the strangers arrive and plonk themselves center of the tavern. There's a wind that blows, and the braziers that hang from ropes on the ceiling swing slightly above you, sending strange shadows across the tavern.
I know Sylaster's not charismatic in the slightest, but he's very wise, and he knows at this point that he kind of needs to help break the silence back in, just so everyone can go back. So this is a reference to anyone who's played Final Fantasy X, where the main character starts to force the other main character, Yuna, to laugh and just goes, ha 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 ha.
So you just start.
Just laughing.
Moment just comes across as creepy.
It makes it worse. You sit down, silence, and then the elf of all of them just starts dead laughing, into the cold silence. And everyone's just like. You can see one person's just trying to slowly make their way out of the tavern now, trying to inch away from the place. But other than that, nothing's really. Everyone's sort of just racked with fear. But no, they're sort of stuck here. Yeah, it's what would happen if some scary people just walked into the pub one day. Do you immediately rush outside? No, you just stand there frozen in terror. Yeah, exactly. That's what's going on right now. But you have some nice drinks. The fire brandy is it's powerful, but it's got the kind of kick in it that warms you. What do you do?
I think I make a good first impression.
I think I solved it.
Solved what, Sylaster?
That awkward silence. I think we're fine.
Oh, it's certainly. You stopped the silence, yes. The awkwardness. It was a nice try.
Were we trying to make a good first impression?
Preferably no impression, but
You guys can give me a spot check, please.
Oh, I'd forgotten how shit this was. Limited view with the mask. That's a 9. Oh, Ansel.
6.
4.
Ansel's feeling
27.
Ansel and Obsidian are already sort of like, you maybe this the tiredness of just coming out from a battle and being in that city. You are just like comfortable in this place, or as comfortable as you can be in the environment of your own making. Obsidian's making, sorry. No, and Sylaster's with that laugh.
It's a pretty sad state of affairs where Ansel's the least scared.
Yeah, Ansel's like the most agreeable. Sylaster, you're the only one that noticed there is a figure that moves in the darkness in the corners of this tavern, and emerging, you see that this appears to be one of your distant kin, about as distant as it gets. A drow in a long cloak steps forward and stands there surveying you for a moment before approaching your table.
Should we? I just lean forward to the person sat opposite us and say, leave.
They scream.
Are you still here?
And run from the tavern. And then with that, everyone goes with them. There's a stampede as people stumble over themselves in a hurried attempt to get away. They have to get away. And then soon, the tavern is empty apart from the barkeep.
Person that is still sat at the table opposite us, Rob.
Oh, God. Frozen in terror, they finally managed to regain their faculties. And then they're the last ones that manage to scramble out. The barkeep melts into the floor and takes 400 psychic damage.
I didn't cast that.
But the drow remains, who then moves towards you and says, "May I join you?"
Perhaps an introduction before you set yourself at our table.
Why, of course. My name is Delver.
I recognize that name, but not from Ansel.
We don't know that name.
And I have been asked by a mutual friend to watch for the arrival. For while I introduce myself, the strangers need no such introduction. Our mutual friend, Swiftstone, the dwarf, within the Court of Whispers.
Ah, yes.
He sends his apologies. He is otherwise engaged. I have been the representative of the Court of Whispers in the south. And it has been a turbulent time. A time that perhaps your arrival, with your arrival, may change. And he looks at the crowd that are vanishing from the tavern, hopefully for the better. And so I ask, now formally introduced, may I join you?
A friend of Swiftstone is a friend of ours.
He gives a regal nod and then lowers himself into a seat next to you. with your spot check, Sylaster, you see that there's like a flicker of torchlight, and from beneath the hood, you see that this drow has pretty. He has a large amount of scarring on the left side of his face. It looks like he's received a burn there at some point in his history. A corrosive burning, you might say. And he will look at each of you and say, I was sent here. The court have received word from Malvara that she accepts an offer that we have often made. But it seems with the strangers in the mix, that was finally enough to convince her that our plight is one that we all should share. Arland has long sat inert in this war. Malvara not content to commit forces to a war she believes she has no part of. But you know as well as I that soon the fires of conflict will burn in every realm of this world. And conflict now has come to Arland. She spoke to us of how you are to find these idolaters. Is this true?
We've already found one. He won't be found again.
This is glad news, for it is the idolaters that strike with infernal forces. Long have they served Malvara, but in recent days they have turned on her, and now are trying to marshal the forces of the 9 circles of hell against their queen resident on this plane. It seems that hell is now on Earth.
Well, they do say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Indeed. For they have long tried to puppeteer her with their influence, with their threats of what will come from the 9 if she were to refuse. I believe that is why she reached out to you. For you could offer something that we could not. A definitive certainty that the idolaters will be destroyed, such as her faith in what she's heard of your abilities. I happen to know where another of these idolaters resides, and it will come as a point of mutual benefit. To the south, there is a hellish holding. The idolaters each have their own holding across the land of Arland. The one named Fornia lies not far to the south of this position. And it is there that a Mosroin resides. He has already made his intentions clear and will strike at whist to put further pressure on Malvara and Agistel as a whole. As a threat to Arland as a whole, it is prudent for them to interrupt their trade, to lock down their port cities. And Wist is a prominent port city here. They will strike here soon.
So our enemy comes to us.
I had rather hoped that we might strike first.
March out to meet them, so to speak.
Yes, we still maintain an element of surprise. Not for much longer, but we can use that to our advantage.
It might be nice to know what sort of force they have on their side. I think we might be able to help with that. Which direction are they attacking from?
Fornia lies to the south. I will show you on the map, and he will produce the map, or his own map, or you can take yours, and he will mark it for you. It's not far to the south. 2 days on swift steeds, 3 on foot. Fornia. If you follow the coast, you will not meet it. It rests in a vale.
So if you said they're attacking, do you have an idea of when this attack may come?
I know not, but soon. But I think it would be well to take the battle to Fornia. This idolater has hellish forces, and it would be well to contain that battle there rather than risk the peoples of Wist, who have long suffered under the gaze of the idolaters. This
Good.
realm has suffered under them for many, many years. It has been a uncomfortable reality for those that dwell here, but Malvara reigns as one of the 3 kingdoms of Main Realm. She reigns as she pleases, just as King Randon pleases, just as Prince Corbro to the very north does. They all have their own methods of rulership, and Malvara, as it seems, has been to be privy to the whims of the Hells, but no more, it seems. I wonder what changed.
I was going to ask if you knew why they turned their backs on her, but presumably it's mysterious.
No longer content with being a puppet, it would seem that Malvara has said a word that no devil likes to hear, and that is no. Whatever they asked of her, it was clearly the final straw. But if she did not detail that to you, she certainly did not detail that to us. We merely had a message sent from her. She appears to be able to communicate through mirrors.
Oh, so that
Obsidian
wasn't
turns
a one-off.
pointedly and just looks at Ansel.
Indeed. Her method of request of our joining the fray was also made using a similar method.
That was a really interesting bit of magic. I rather enjoyed it.
It is rather unique.
It was pretty cool.
Although we have seen similar uses of the middle world.
The middle world.
The better
And the use of
Look at them shine. Sorry.
several moons before.
Oh God, don't do it. Don't take us there. We won't be able to come back. It's been so long.
Nevertheless, we are compelled
Yes.
to remove these idolaters from.
More than willing. to set out to Fornia. I believe we are in need of rest. However, I don't think we should do it here.
If it is...
Perhaps our entry has caused a little
Hmm.
consternation, and we wouldn't be
It would
welcome
appear that the
now.
townsfolk here are skittish.
If we leave now, word of our arrival could still be slowed. If Delver, you were able to maybe quell a bit of the noise that we have made. A good laugh does a lot.
I must apologize for my companions. One has many skills, but the more social ones often evade him, and the other seems to be somewhat under the weather, which causes some social difficulty. I, of course, a sweetheart.
I'm
Right,
not
sure.
I'm not sure I understand, boys. Did I do something wrong?
You may have. What's the word? You frightened the locals.
We came in hot.
I was just... He takes a second. I was just trying to... I'm really sorry. I haven't been myself lately. Perhaps I misread the situation. Apologies.
There
I could
is
try and fix
much. There is much that they have to thank you for. They just do not know it. I have heard the stories. I have heard how it is you that is responsible for liberating an entire realm from the clutches of a powerful vampire. That is what Swiftstone told me, anyway. If it weren't for you, the world would already be in a terrible state. You are who you are, and I will make no judgment of that. But perhaps a restriction of your powers in such places is
Is the
a...
barkeep still in here?
Yeah,
Is that hiding
he's
behind the bar?
he's sort of like a liquid now on the floor, but he's still here, yeah.
He's
We
merged with the ale and piss.
we're gonna make noise very soon, and what we do in Fornia will spread very quickly throughout these lands. But if we can get there with some element of surprise, it will give us a bit more of an advantage, not knowing what we're going into.
There is another agenda behind sending you to Fornia. Obsidian is right. It would be advantageous to let the enemy fall upon defences that we prepare. Fornia is a fort that appears to have emerged from another place. A fort that has risen up from the ground itself, as if a finger of hell has pushed through the fabric of the world. And it is said that there is a holding beneath it. This idolater has some hidden power within. It might be well for you to excavate there to see if you can learn anything about their powers. We need this to be dealt with quickly. The sooner that we defeat the idolaters, and he stops himself, as soon as you defeat the idolaters, Arland will be able to commit its forces to the war. I've been there. I've seen the rush front. I know that the Dominion have withdrawn their forces and they're going to strike elsewhere. We need to be ready. We need Arland in the war.
You know, we haven't been camping for sweet. We did a bit, but let's keep the camping up, shall we? Yes.
I think it's probably a good idea.
Being away from innocent people might
Hmm.
be advisable for more than one reason.
It would be well to give you some further information, for while speed is of the essence, I know not when I will see you again, for I have responsibilities that I need to see to as well. But if you can, I would urge you to look to mustering the Pentad, if you can. You guys can give me either a history check or a half your level check, because you've heard them before. I just want to know how much you might remember about them. You've heard the name before.
19?
19?
Perfect.
Go on, Dom.
Come on.
Trifecta.
22! Fuck you, guys.
So, Ansel, you know a bit more about them. So the I'm just bringing us back to that map whilst we're there. You have heard of the Pentad, Ansel. The Pentad are the elite fighting force of Agistel. They are an army of warriors that are loyal to Queen Malvara. Their loyalty is upheld by a contract that every single soldier signs them to when they enlist. When they enlist, they are agreeing to serve their queen and Arland for 24 years. And in that time of loyal service, they serve the Nine on Earth. They accrue great wealth, it is said, which, of course, is ideal for a soldier that has a family to look after in the otherwise cursed realm of Arland that has had a terrible, very, very unlucky history. To be in the Pentad, to prove yourself worthy of this contract in itself is a feat for a normal soldier at arms. And it makes them a fearsome force indeed when they do battle. This is the army of the Queen, but they are disparate and fighting pockets of resistance throughout all of Arland. If you can, I would suggest that you aid them where you can and try and unite them as a single force, ready to muster to the war effort, and indeed to fight the idolaters if they still are at large when you are able to do this. If you let them know that you are in service to their queen, I'm certain that they will be able to lend you their strength.
Interesting.
Okay.
There is one other thing that I would ask of you, and it is not something that you will likely manage to achieve soon. But in your travels, I would urge you to keep your eyes open for the Order of the Sages, for we require their wisdom now more than ever. It has come to our attention that the southern gate is located. Swiftstone told me all about your plight with the gate to the west. Well, the one to the south is found in the flooded ruins of the elven city U3L. sometimes known as the ruins of South Point. And it was the sage that, through intentional or not, directed other adventurers to find it.
Could those other adventurers not contact the sage for the Order of the Sage?
Just the one.
As I understand it, none of those adventurers survive.
A pity.
They had another task. A task that sadly they failed in.
They did not.
I don't think it was a failure.
Or did they?
Yeah.
And only one of them definitely died.
Let's say one of them definitely survived. Hang on a minute.
For more information, go and see Knights of the Apocalypse Omen War. That's like in a comic book when you have the star. This
Yeah,
happened.
editor's
This happened
note.
in Crisis on Infinite Earth. So and so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would urge you to keep your eyes out for the Order of the Sages, for their wisdom is now needed more than ever.
How
Okay.
will we know them? Are they
teleport.
They tend to be figures of great magical power, usually old wizard-looking types in robes, wandering about and muttering their sorcerer's ways to any who will listen.
They very much embrace their sage as a archetype.
As a style.
Style.
We cannot hang our hopes on the sages, for they have an oath which swears them to never interfere with events. Indeed. But if it weren't for them, perhaps perhaps the ruins of Uthriel would not have been identified as the place where the Southern Gate resides. It is difficult to know for sure. I would also bid you to think on what you might do once the idolaters are defeated, for this war rages and it must be resolved if the true fight can be made ready, the true fight against the Knights of the Apocalypse. You must marshal the forces of Main Realm, either end the war or find some means of reaching a ceasefire with the Dominion, although I do not see that ever happening. And you must find some way of defeating these knights that Swiftzone described to me before the end times, perhaps.
Okay.
Anything that we can to sway the balance. Of course, much is being asked of you, strangers. I do not pretend to know the goings-on of your adventures. I am a mere spy. I am a mere spy with a mission that I have vowed to see through to the bitter end. Is there anything you would ask of me before you continue on your path? Lots of information there, so take your time.
Yeah.
Sylaster will pose this question to him in Elvish. He can't remember if Ansel or Obsidian speak it, but it's just more of a formality. My kin, I have been away from my clan for a while. I have sent word and heard nothing. I have seen no one. So I ask you this, have you seen any of my kin?
There have been efforts to reach out to your kin, Sylaster. And I have not heard anything from them. As I understand it, they reside deep within the Endless Rocken and serve as guardians of a great monolith there. Is this so?
It is, and as aloof as we can be, they would normally respect the correspondence of one of their kin. I was curious if you had encountered another at least. For they
I'm
would be a good
afraid
ally.
I'm afraid to say no. While we drow are scarce, a snow elf is scarcer still. Indeed, you are the first that I have ever met.
Well, this is back in common. Perhaps a task for one of us should we deal with the idolaters swiftly, for they would be valuable allies.
I will make it known that further attempts must be made to reach out to your people. I'm sure there's a reason why they've not been in touch with you.
Who knows?
I will now endeavour to make quiet the great amount of talk that will come from your presence here this evening.
Yeah.
With the idolaters defeated, you will be able to turn your attention to other matters that you would want to perhaps explore to your own benefit. For there is much that plagues Arland, and there are many other plights that I'm sure that you might want to commit to whilst you are here. To liberate Valdenor is one thing, and to be the saviors of Orenthale is another. But to make a difference in Arland, for something good to occur here, that would be a feat indeed. It is a cursed land. I now go north. I have new allies that I must, or I must speak to others that may be new allies in the difficulties to come.
Who are you in contact with? Can you share? Or will you be in contact with?
I ride north to the land of Pemlon. I would speak with the rangers there.
Well, we shall go south. Make more noise there than here.
Pray, Delver. Yeah, I think we've all heard the stories, but I hope you encountered the drunk. You must have heard the undying drunkard.
The drunk.
I am afraid
Capital
I've not.
T,
No,
capital
no.
D.
Oh, they say that there is a spirit of Hemlon who is neither alive nor dead. Found in taverns aplenty.
Constantly drunk.
Well, I will do my best to keep my eye open for such a reveler. I bid you all the luck in the world, and happy hunting.
And to you.
And to you.
He nods, and will rise and go to leave.
You notice that during this conversation, the fear aura that Obsidian had on didn't just turn off, it sort of wilted away, like he was a little bit like, oh, like sort of. It just sort of disappeared in like, oh, maybe it shouldn't have done that. And now he's kind of sat back, sort of hunched over a little bit, looking a bit less intense.
Careful, Bogram, your age is showing.
Sorry, I didn't. I really didn't. It was really not my intention to just scare random people. I was just trying to make an impression. I suppose.
What?
I just forgot.
Is everything okay, Bugram?
What did you do for that past month?
Sort of meditated, I suppose you could call it, in Castle Redhaven.
I'm not a
Learn some new
opponent of
tricks.
meditation myself, but do people not usually come back more relaxed from meditation?
Yeah, I'm not very good at meditation. I don't really know how it works, but I think that's what I was doing. I was sat in a couple of different places where it was potent, and I learned some new stuff, and just had a good think. Just give me a minute. I'll just go and he gets up and he goes over to the bar, and he just taps on the bar. Excuse me.
The barkeep solidifies back into a normal shape, and he sort of like looks up over the edge of the bar there. All right, stranger. How's it going? How's it going? How can I help you?
Listen, I just wanted to apologise. We've been on the road for a while. I've been encountering nothing but scary people, and I felt defensive, I guess. I don't know. That's just not. I just sort of forgot myself, and I'm really sorry. Not really sure how to fix this.
There's a blood-curdling scream that echoes from outside somewhere.
Oh dear. Listen, I'm gonna try and fix that, but I just wanted to apologise to you first. Can I do like a diplomacy?
Yeah. Please do.
Right?
Yeah, please do.
Charming.
Yeah, of course. Roll a diplomacy check, please.
Really good at bluffing. He's not very good at diplomacy.
No, diplomacy. No, it's perfect. You're trying to come to terms.
So
yes.
It's 19. You know, his charisma is very good. So
roll just to see. Yeah. But you do come to terms. But what he does say is, well, there is perhaps one way you can make it up to us.
Name it.
Well, here at the Wishing Waves, that's the name of the tavern, by the way, we pride ourselves on our subtlety. We don't like to pry on those that want to do business in here. You understand? Lots of shipments come through West. You might understand the meaning.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
We like to keep things on the down low, so we like to... Exactly. But unfortunately, we have been having a little bit of trouble. I understand that you might be busy in the next few days, but when you return, we would look to the help of someone as frightening as one such as you. There's a cut purse that targets our wealthy drunken friends who leave this tavern at nightfall. His name is Lambskin.
Lambskin.
So cute.
He's a very disturbed individual. Not much is known about him, only that he lurks in the shadows and strikes when people least expect it. Robbing the drunks of whist. So if you get time when you come back, perhaps you might be able to find him and perhaps convince him to take his business elsewhere.
Yeah, I think we can probably do that. I see no reason.
Was this the Wishing Waves or the Wishing Well? I wrote it and I can't read my writing. Waves. Thank you.
The Wishing Waves. It's after the sea that rolls out in the west here, and he points out of the window, and you see the waves. In account of the Tower of the Jinn that rests on an isle out there. And he points like out on the horizon. You see a speck on the horizon. The wishing waves points in the direction of the that area.
The Tower of the Jinn, the
Yes.
gigantic tower.
That's right.
Mm.
So yeah, perhaps if you deal with him, you might be able to find anything that he took, and I'm sure no one would object to you helping yourselves to that little bounty that I'm sure that he's collected for himself from all of our fine patrons here.
Listen, I think that we came in very hot, and we were. Well, I say we. I really shouldn't blame my teammates for this. I was entirely out of order. So, of course, we'll definitely help with that.
Very good. I'm very humbled and obliged that you will help us. And if you ever want a drink here and it's on the house, just don't do that thing again, yeah? Huh?
I won't. Yeah, that's.
But that laugh set them on ease.
Yes, as evidenced by them all leaving at the first opportunity.
Yeah, we thought we were gonna
With a
die,
random blood
so
curdling scream outside, maybe we can go and check that out, just in case.
yeah, probably best.
Now would be a
Coming
really good
across
time.
your friends.
Shall we let's go outside in the direction of where the scream occurred.
So yeah, you go outside, and it doesn't look like whoever screamed was there anymore, but it does seem like the presence of your minions has been had. Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I'm really sorry, everybody. They're more afraid of you than you are of them.
You
Funny,
even
Obsidian, I didn't think they could feel anything.
The dogs can, and the
You
horse.
you even see that two figures have arrived, what look like two militiamen or guards of Whist have like arrived, but are keeping their distance, but staring in horror at the creatures that are in the ruin of the wishing well, the Waywell here.
Sylaster's going to go over near the two of them. He's going to clock the two of them, point to these, and then do the laugh again. Go, ha ha ha
Oh God, you're making it worse.
So that is, as you've declared, like a that's like a check, isn't it? To see, like, you're putting it at ease, aren't you, Sylaster? So why don't we have a check? Why don't we actually? Yeah, let's have a diplomacy check from Sylaster now, please.
Oh my God!
What?
With a -3.
The guards sort of are looking to the undead creatures, the salamander, the wolves. They're looking at Trick. Oh no, Trick was invisible, wasn't he? But the others, at least, he can definitely see. And then
He'll always be a raven on my shoulder.
They look at that, and then they look at you, Sylaster. What do? You just do that laugh again.
Yeah, he's just doing the laugh.
They happen to find it charming because they're weird.
They sort of like uneasily laugh and say, "What's going on? What's so? Is this some trick? Is it?"
Sylaster's like panically now looking at like Obsidian and Ansel going, I hoped this was...
Obsidian says to the dogs, "Sit." And they will both immediately sit down. And he says, "My friends, you have nothing to fear. These are but an illusion for protection on the road for my party. I happen to be well versed in illusion magic, but I assure you it is all a lie. None of this is real."
I assure you this is all a lie, so you're telling the truth, so it's not a bluff. No, you can give me a bluff check, please, Obsidian.
31.
Oh.
He's good at bluffing.
I mean, I have to roll, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, they're like, wow, they're so real. Look at those. they're the kind of, I've heard that there are illusions that you can touch and smell. And the other one says, yeah, I hear there are some wizards that summon beautiful women to them every night. And then they start like talking excitedly about the various uses of illusions that appeal to all senses.
They're those kind of guards.
Yeah, they're just militia guards at a port town, and they just start like raucously, like, yeah.
Okay.
They go, well, as long as you, but we would recommend not doing that in public, just because it might cause a bit of a stir. Thankfully, no one's around this time of night, but you want to be a bit more careful next time.
These illusions have been made permanent, so unfortunately, I can't. This was a bit of an unexpected journey. They're just for our protection, but we will be leaving soon, so hopefully, no harm done. If you could. Use this information to try and put some of the townsfolk at ease. I fear that we may have caused a bit of a stir. I'm sorry. I may have caused a bit of a stir. Sorry.
Telling us how to do our job, are you? And then the other one comes and says, no. The gentleman's right. We'll be able to put the townsfolk minds at ease with this information. They will sleep soundly at night knowing that these are only ghastly illusions that stalk the town at night.
Definitely not necromantic power resurrecting real corpses.
Of course.
And
that would
two
be
of them definitely not partially demonic.
Absolutely ghastly. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad we've come to this accord. You have yourselves a nice evening now, gents. Now make your way, and no more disturbances around these parts, eh?
That won't be a problem.
And they nod, and they sort of walk off. But one of them definitely looks over their shoulder back at you, like, as they're walking away, just like, that was weird, that was a bit strange, but okay. What is it that you do?
Let's leave.
Yes, before anybody else gets disturbed.
I think I might need you to just let me know if I'm straying into a off place. It's the nicest way I can put it.
Ansel puts a long arm round you and says, "Don't worry. We all stray from the path sometime."
Obsidian says, I'd never really considered how necromantic power could affect a person long term. Up until recently, it was always something that I felt I controlled, and it definitely didn't control me. And I still think it doesn't control me, but occasionally it pushes me to walk a bit of a line. And it's not a line I'm happy about. And he'll take his mask off, and you'll see that under the mask, his hair that he'd been dyeing black is almost completely white now. And he looks about 10 years older. He looks really gaunt. And just ill, just really kind of pale and unwell. I think I've learned a lot from Castle Redhaven, but I think it took a toll.
Took your token, it certainly has.
Gonna zoom in on that. God.
Yeah, I mean, let's have a bit more detail. So, like, what else are they seeing? Like, what condition is Obsidian in? Like, is he just like a husk at this point? What's he like?
Well, he's not necessarily a husk. I mean, he still looks like Obsidian. You can just see that his cheeks are really withdrawn. He looks, so he hasn't eaten the whole month that he's been there. He looks like there's not much of him there anymore. Like he weighs nothing. And his eyes are really, really drawn and kind of dark. I was thinking of a kind of Tim Burton-esque look to the face. And the hair, he's still kind of swept it back a little bit, but the dye has all come out of his hair. He's not bothered with it, and he's just... It's all gone very, very grey, almost white. Probably a little bit more so than it was without the dye anyway, just because of being around that kind of necromancy for such a long time. You can see that he is one step closer to lichhood. Yeah, he has an undead aura about him, although he's not undead, but he looks like he's heading that way a little bit.
Did you draw that?
Did I draw it?
Yes.
I cannot take credit for that.
He did.
I did not draw it, no.
All assets in this game are owned by Roll the Bones Limited.
For sure.
I'm very impressed.
I created it using tracing and stuff and added some stuff to it, but I didn't really draw it. No.
That's nice.
That's pretty cool.
So, will you be making your departure this very night, or will you rest? Will you camp outside the town? What's the plan?
I say we maybe get a couple of hours behind us.
Yeah. Move
Start
away
a bit
out
later tomorrow.
and set up camp.
Yes.
Very good. So, with that,
We have a watch around camp because none of the undead creatures need to sleep. So,
okay, yeah, and they can rouse you.
mm.
So let's get the old markers sorted, because you will see... Oh, I can't... Of course I can't select it. Why would I give myself control of it? That would just be too easy. There should be, in the top right-hand corner of the map, a strangers... There it is. Let's bring it over here. So we have the stranger symbol, which you'll see drawn on many desks in your school.
We knew that we were so popular.
Yeah.
With that popular that we have that S, the stranger S. But you move just outside of town. You note that as you leave Whist, you see to the east there is a great forest. The Iron Pines, as it is noted on your map. The trees move and sway in the wind, but there is a very sinister air to that wood as you walk past. There appears to be some strange power lurking within those trees, but what kind, you're not sure.
I'm not sure there are many pleasant woods in this world. I've not come across many. Not a lot of woods I would happily walk through, I'll be honest.
I think that there are plenty of nice woods. It's just they're never the ones we're in.
And the nice woods never need a name. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always come across.
Well, they're named something like a glade. No, a glade, because that's a different thing. But
yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, an eerie-looking wood, but it doesn't do anything to you as you walk by. At least this time. I don't know why I said it like that. It's such a weird way of putting it.
What an interesting phrase.
Makes you feel funny.
It does make you feel funny but yeah, you are uninterrupted. You get a couple of hours outside of Whist before resting. Can you all give me a listen check, please?
I wasn't in my stance.
Nope.
26.
13.
26, Sylaster, you're the only one that gets this, and it's actually a really difficult listen check. The listen check was 22. So high. You, Sylaster, in the middle of the night, so by the time you're leaving Whist, we're talking about midnight. So by the time that you've settled into your camp, about 1 o'clock, there's a couple of moments, a couple hours rest. So we're talking like 3, 4 in the morning. You just sort of open your eyes for your meditation, if you are meditating this night.
Yeah.
And far, far in the distance, you can see the light of many torches burning in the distance, as if carried by figures. And you're suddenly alarmed for a moment before you see that the way that they're moving, it isn't like they're moving in formation or marching or anything like that. For your elven senses, you zone in with it, yeah, you see that this almost looks like a celebration. If you had to guess, it looks like there's some kind of raucous party in the distance.
Are we talking like walkable distance, as in like?
Maybe like an hour's walk. It's quite flat land. You're right by the coast, so there's just these sweeping vales that you're resting upon at the moment. But yeah, there doesn't appear to be any.
In a land where Delver has already said it is quite difficult in oppression, there is a party. That does feel odd. Sylaster will take a moment and then... No. Team player now. You're not on your own. It's been a month. And he'll go and wake up Ansel and Obsidian. Get up.
Yeah, your attention is all drawn to these fires that dance in the.
Obsidian screams in your face. Ah! Oh.
For a second, you think Ansel's already awake, but he just sleeps with his eyes open.
Oh, his mirror eyes. Just looking at his own eyes and Ansel's eyes, going, oh.
Oh yeah, he's got reflective eyes now.
Does have reflected eyes.
What is it? Where's the attack?
It's not an attack. I think there's a party.
Are we invited? Will there be tea?
But it's odd at this time. In an I say we check it out.
I mean, why not? That is a bit strange. And it'll probably be gone by morning, so...
Yeah, so you get yourselves together, only a couple of hours rest, which isn't going to be a full rest, at least not this night. But you still have another night to go before you get to Fornia, so you might be okay. You walk through the darkness, and as you get closer and closer, you see that, yeah, you're quite right. Fires burn in almost like a celebration, and people are dancing about a great fire that is dug in a line, almost. Fire that almost makes like a wall, and around this like elongated, burning pyre, there dance many figures. And as you approach, this is what you see.
I will leave the undead horde at a bit of a distance.
Sure. Yeah, you approach, and you come across a camp.
Oh, God.
Let's move them just so they're just off.
You, strangers, are perplexed to see what looks like a troop of travelling mummers.
I made a mistake, you two. I made a mistake.
There is like sort of like cackling laughter, like issuing from tents. Strange, eerie music reaches your ears, and a strange collection of figures, are just dancing round this fire. There appear to be folk that put blades to their mouths, drinking in some fluid, and then bursting forth great breath of fire, flame breathers. You see that there are figures with strange, ethereal-looking snakes that wrap around their arms and necks. There are acrobats that appear to be contorted and roll on their own volition around their own body shapes in circles. You see that there's a great hulking figure. To your guess, an ogre, but with its face painted like a clown. And in the centre, there appears to be a figure with a jaunty-looking hat and a very strange look in his eye. And his eye will fall upon you if you don't conceal your approach.
Well, do we conceal our approach? I don't know. Carnies.
Yeah.
Seeing how exposed we are, I don't think we
Bloody carnies. I don't see a way of approaching this situation in a more sly manner.
They've not shown any malice towards us yet. We should give people a chance.
I mean, this is true. People probably think
We're a strange sight ourselves.
Yeah, so they might be perfectly pleasant. I doubt it. Every experience that I've had since I've met you both would incline me towards they're definitely not that pleasant, but sure. Why not?
So in that case, you approach, and this figure in the middle's eye falls upon you, and he says, roll up, come and take your place in the joyous celebration. Please avail yourselves to our fire and to our glad meeting. And he takes his hat off and he sweeps it in front of himself in a long bow. My name is Fortis. Who are you to stumble upon our celebrations at such an hour?
We are but weary travellers. We saw your lights in the distance, and we were drawn to your merriment.
Good. And would you join in the celebrations? For there is much to celebrate, of course.
What are you
What are
celebrating?
you celebrating?
He looks like perplexed and he says, B? They don't know. And he just says, he looks to the ogre and he says, Oaf! They don't know. They don't know. They don't know why we celebrate. Well, perhaps we should share why we celebrate. It's the end of the world, of course. What better time to celebrate when the end is nigh? For there's nothing else to lose.
It's the end of the world? Do you know something we don't know?
Can't you feel it? Haven't you felt it in the soil? Haven't you seen it in the sky? All sorts of strange things have been happening across the world. I saw a dog with a hat. I saw a goblin wearing shoes.
They prefer flip-flops, it's true.
It is known.
Ansel matching their weird.
We are the revelers, And what better time to celebrate?
Than the end of the world.
He
And that's
understands.
cause for celebration, is it?
Come, join us by our fire. We have much to celebrate. What better time for decadence? What better time for luxury and indulgence? When we won't live to enjoy the cost?
Do you mean by tomorrow morning the world will be over? Will be ended?
Perhaps tomorrow morning, perhaps the morning after that, but soon. But very, very soon.
It's going to be
And
really
what
weird.
if the cost catches up with you first?
Hmm.
Perhaps if you were to join us, then you might see it as we see it. Come. And he says,
It's a case of
come,
the
please.
people that have a weird orgy because the world's going to end, and then the world doesn't end, and they're really awkward with each other because they're like, oh no, what did I do?
Will you not approach? Will you not enjoy our company?
I mean, we've
Look, we've had stranger firesides.
sure, why not? I don't want to go first though.
Perhaps.
Ansel will...
Yes.
Brother.
Yeah, let's spread out a little.
Would you like some of our famous draft? Come, please. Offer it to our friends. And he gestures, and one of the strange snake charm figures comes forth. This beautiful but slightly strange-looking woman approaches with tankards. And she pours from one of the big casks there on the wagon there, and she comes forward and says, "Drink, you must drink."
What's in it?
It's a potion of our own devising. Did I introduce myself?
I don't think you did.
My name is Fortis, and I am the
Oh,
ring. I did. I can remember
You said
if I
your
did.
name, Fortis.
Okay.
You didn't
I
say
am-
ringleader.
Like me as someone who would repeat himself.
I am the ringleader of the revelers, and yes, we are celebrating the end times, spending the final days in hedonism, excess, and debauchery. Debauchery we would invite you to enjoy, if you would but drink. And he pushes the tankard into your chest, Sylaster, as he comes close.
Sylaster will look and then, using his mind over body, if there's a fortitude save coming in, he's going to use his concentration check instead. He'll take a swig.
Make a fortitude saving throw.
I will
Yeah,
use a
but-
concentration check instead, please.
Watching.
26.
Oh, mate.
That's
At least you've got a good...
Yeah, at least you do.
You drink, and you feel some strange sensation pass over you, Sylaster. And while you think you are fine for the moment, there is nothing to say that the effects of this brew might have other effects later on down the line, shall we say.
oh.
But it tastes sort of strange. It definitely tastes more potion than drink, put it that way. It's clearly there's some kind of a effect to this
I'll pass
draft.
it to Obsidian next to me. I think I'm
I'm
okay.
not sure that I want to drink a random drink given to me by a random camp that we've come across.
Will you not drink, sir? You must be tired from a long walk, and it is late. Come and enjoy the hospitality that we offer.
Okay, he will drink, and he will do the same thing that Sylaster just did, using as one of his items. I can't remember which one, but I can also use my concentration instead of...
Yeah, you have it's a necklace thing that you have, as I recall. Yeah, it has like a charge on it that allows you to do that.
Concentration instead of fortitude once per day. So
Yeah.
I'll do that. Is it sleep, stun, paralysis, poison, or disease?
It might be one of those.
If it counts as one of those, that's all I need to know, because I get an extra 4 on this then in that case.
You get an extra 4 on one of those.
One of those.
34.
Nothing? No? Don't feel anything? It's just like drinking an unpleasant juice.
Ugh. It's a little bit sweet for me. Like Tizer.
Ansel will open his eyes, and his eyes, and his eyes, as he uses a detect magic and looks at the beverage and
I was
around
hoping I
at
had
all
detect
of
poison.
the
I
people.
don't.
Yeah, you do so. You determine that this is a powerful magical poison.
Ansel will hand it to the ringleader and say, "You first."
I'm afraid the hour is late and I am quite soused as it is. But of course, I would welcome you to enjoy the beverage. I have to know where my limits are. End of the world or not, I still want to have fortitude enough to start drinking the following morning. Please, drink the beverage. And you can't help but notice now that a number of these individuals have suddenly moved closer to you.
They are surrounding us a little bit.
And as they've gotten close, they appear to be... They kind of seem a little unnatural. Like, you're looking at these acrobats and you don't think that they've blinked. Like, they're wearing these strange masks that make their eyes sort of look black, almost. The snakes, like I say, are ethereal, almost. Like, half ethereal, like ghost snakes around their shoulders. They look really weird, and every chance that they get, they're, like, inching a little bit closer to you all.
Can Ansel, I'm assuming next check because I'm talking to him. Can he grab hold of this guy, make a touch attack,
Yeah.
and spin, and use Mask of Flesh, and he's spinning them both around, and he's going to try and take the Ringmaster's appearance.
Okay, yes, let's do that. What does he have to do?
He has to make a will save, I think.
Okay.
Yes, he has to make a will save, DC 20.
That's a fail.
Ansel and his garb, and in all appearance, becomes the Ringmaster, and the Ringmaster takes a 1d6 penalty to its charisma.
Does the Ringmaster still look like himself?
Yes.
Oh my god. We're
he
out
takes 4
weirding
to his
the weird
charisma.
people. I love it.
-4 charisma. Yeah, he whirls, and now all of a sudden, Obsidian, Sylaster, you're looking at 2 ringmasters, and one of them says, "Why are you ruining this?"
Drink up, says Ansel. Drink up.
All levity is gone now.
What of the revelry?
We shall seek enjoyment in the only pleasure that we have left. And you see that they start, like, reaching for weapons and advancing upon you. Let's party like there's no tomorrow. And that, I think, is where we will leave our session tonight. So we will
For a really
end
weird
our...
combat to open next time.
Yes, it will be. We will quickly jump over here and chat, as we often do at the end of our sessions, on our thoughts and feelings of the session. And I think we'll start with Mike this time. Thoughts and feelings at the end.
Yeah, I think I was a great combat to start with. It was a little nice bit of everything from everyone, and nice to get to a new area and just sort of meet the locals and get a gist of what's going on. I really quite like the suggestion that perhaps Obsidian hasn't seen another living being in our past month, and I'm intrigued how all, I suppose, all of us are going to kind of react to this new area. I think that's a big. I'm just really curious how, because it seems at the moment it seems like okay, we've got a mission, we know what we're doing, but I'm intrigued how all of us are going to sort of fit into that puzzle, and I think there's going to be some awesome stories coming out of it. So yeah, very much looking forward to it, and always good to see an Armageddon nut every once in a while.
Much. And Matt, thoughts and feelings at the end of the session.
Yeah, gotta love a doomsday troop. It's crazy, really weird. Good music. That was very effective. That music, really, really top notch. Yeah, great session. Again, I also really enjoyed the opening combat because I don't know why, more so than the last one. I guess because the combat in the last one had the sort of the Legion guys who weren't able to quite do our usual trick, whereas this one felt more like a reminder for us of how we used to function against sort of one thing. And I love the fact that we just neg with an inch of its life so that we can get our spells to work and stuff. It's great. So yeah, great combat, lots of fun, and yeah, some interesting development. Lots and lots to think about on what's happening. There's a lot of information, so I will have to go through some of that again, I think.
I'll put what I can remember in and
really
what jot it down into.
Yeah, I've got some of it down as well. So, but I'm curious at how it's going to link to the rush front and to the kind of war after the people, the things that we've got to take out now. What are they called? Sorry, the
Idolaters.
Idolaters. That's what it just doesn't stay in my head, that word. Yeah, like how we're going to then move on to the war, and it just feels like it's so huge. What are they going to do about it? And then and obviously Obsidian has. I mean, I was trying to think about it, and I thought, like, he's actually been banished from his home. Feels like he's sort of lost his family a little bit, and also he went through all of what he did so that he could be this powerful hero. And then when it came to it, he didn't feel like he lived up to that because he was so outpowered by the undead that he was meant to be in control of. So, kind of pushed him to cross a couple of boundaries with himself. So yeah. Curious where that's going to go. Even I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Dom, thoughts and feelings at the end of the session.
Yeah. Definitely think it's an interesting choice to choose to remain in Castle Redhaven, the domain of a powerful undead, and use that to increase your power. I think it's a great choice outside of the story, but inside of the story, it's like, oh, okay. We thought you went to see your family, so we left you alone for a month.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Exiled.
Yeah, I enjoyed that revelation. Yeah, I enjoyed the fight at the start. I thought it was an interesting enemy. I found it very amusing when it just decided to paint this in fire because we were just stood in a triangle in front of it. So why wouldn't it? And it's a nice a nice thing there. I loved the revelers as a concept, and just wanted to embrace that really at the end. I thought Ansel loved people being odd and
You just matched their
just wants
energy.
to join in.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that you matched them. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. They are, well, yeah, you kind of already identified that, yeah, they are basically an apocalypse cult, and they somehow know that something's coming and are kind of nihilistic about it, to be honest, but they're celebrating anyway with a smile. It's interesting that you say about the fight, because like obviously not that it was ordered, because you could have gone to either one first. I kind of thought that you guys would fight the salamanders in Stoneseat first, just because I thought, oh, it's a more obvious route. It was like straight up the stairs, and then there was the platform. But you guys fought the boss, and then took him
Yeah,
out. So
it did feel like we went the wrong way first, like just as it was
Yeah, I think
laid
we were
out.
trying
Not
to
in
go
a
around the side
not
to
that
get to
matters.
that area. I think that
But
was the area we
that's-
thought we were heading to, but we just.
yeah, but sure. I like that you would able. You know, it was better that you were able to choose which way you took it. So you know, that's cool too. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that, and it reminded me as well. I was like, oh boy, because that Salamander Pariah guy was pretty hardcore, but he didn't really get much of his momentum going as much as I tried. But that's the strangers for you. They'll milk you to your dead.
Grabbed the wrong one, I think, was the.
Yeah, he did my touch attacks for me.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's a very good point. And as for there's a lot of information, but I suppose this session and the one before is kind of just been trying to set up like what your initial goals are, but also to get you guys to start thinking about, well, it's really up to you how you guys deal with this problem. So you guys need to sort of start thinking about that. That's what Delver was trying to say. Like, you might want to like.
Yeah, we've been very reactionary so far.
Yeah. You might want to start putting some plans in place. But I mean, we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But also, if there was too much information, then yeah, I apologize if it was oversaturated.
No,
Not too much,
information.
just like a good, an exciting amount, and just takes a little time to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll update the notes and stuff. But anyway, all that to say, for those of you watching, thank you ever so much for joining us once again on Knights of the Apocalypse Stranger Times. If you like this video, give it a like. If you'd like to see more like it, then just subscribe and drop on by. We're going to be releasing lots of new editions of this story as the time moves on. But for the time being, we will end our session in the way that we always do. We say the immortal words, bone them rolls.
Bone them rolls?
Don't tell your mum.
Don't tell.
And walk your dogs.
Yeah, walk your bloody dogs.